Okay, welcome to another episode of Sims Reality, guys. We have a couple of ladies here tonight, and Ray, you want to introduce yourself?
My name's Ray. I trade crypto, make software.
Basically, Asian ace. That's what we have.
Typical. No, nothing fancy. I make softwares.
Cool. What's your name? What you do for work? Relationship status?
Oh, wow. Okay. My name is Asia. I do modeling, art, content curation, styling, and then what's the third question?
And how old are you?
Oh, my.
Relationships.
And relationship status?
Oh, single,
And how old are you?
27.
27. Okay. And how long you been single for?
A few months, almost a year. It's a weird number. I'd say about a year, a few months. We'll just leave that.
It's okay. They'll crop
I'm
out that
single,
part.
yes,
You're
I'm
good.
single.
And so your last relationship was, you said, a year ago, right?
Technically speaking, yes.
And-
Technical, yeah.
Ended well, bad?
I'd say it ended like any relationship would.
Yeah.
And then it kind of went to like being civil. And then, yeah.
Okay. Age, name, start first name.
Vanessa.
And how old are you?
I am 24 years old.
And what do you do for work?
I also trade crypto as well, and I also serve.
And relationship status?
Single,
And how long you been single for?
few months.
And relationship ended why?
Toxicity,
On your part or his part?
maybe both.
Okay.
Accountability. I like that.
Toronto guy?
Good answer.
Toronto man?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Nothing wrong with that. Name?
Nicole,
And how old are you?
37.
And what do you do for work?
I am a wellness coach and model and dabbling in acting as well.
And last relationship?
Ended around March, spring.
And you're single, right?
Everybody breaking.
Pardon me.
Let's go. Yes. Let's go through Ray first.
I mean, like the number one, and this is based on stats. Like I actually know those stats. It's disrespect.
Yeah, that's actually a good one.
Disrespect. Because everything comes down to disrespect.
Yeah.
Whether it was like her saying negative things about you, whether it's her not really respecting your boundaries, or it could just be she cheated on you, which all comes down to disrespect.
I would say respect is like when women say like, oh, like respects both ways. I would say it's actually more so on the man side than it is for the females, because
sure.
one thing that you have to understand with respect is that men die for it. So think about it like this: when men go to war, let's say like World War I, World War II, rather than them running back and they're on the front of the battle, rather than them running back and being shamed for it, they'd rather go out there and die.
and die.
So that's how important it is. Men will die for respect. So it's way more important for you to respect your man than it is for a man to respect a woman. Yeah, let's go with you first. Oh,
I'd say insecurities.
what do you mean though?
That's a good one though.
I got
Because I don't mind if a chick's insecure. That makes
No,
No.
That-
That means if a guy's insecure.
no. Like
like-
why do men leave women?
Yeah, because he's insecure.
No, I'm talking about why do so
No,
he's
no,
insecure.
he's insecure,
Okay.
so he-
Sometimes
yeah.
men
Oh, okay,
feel
okay,
less
okay.
than.
Yeah.
They might cheat on a woman, or they
Okay,
might,
okay.
keep looking or do whatever because they feel insecure within themselves.
Because I was like, if the chick's insecure, that's even better.
If the chick's insecure,
Oh
then
my
you don't need
gosh.
to-
That's,
If the chick's
you're
insecure,
good.
that means you have more power.
yeah, over her, which
Yeah.
is not healthy.
I mean,
you will
it's,
leave.
it will
But
last
yeah.
longer though. It will last longer if a girl's insecure versus if a guy's
Yeah,
insecure.
you put,
Yeah, it
It
definitely.
will last longer.
put her
'cause
in her place.
the guy can lead the relationship, right? He can lead
Nurture.
it. Yeah.
How about you?
I would agree with everything so far, but I would also add on maybe the fact that they're not ready to quite settle down yet. And they still want to explore options.
Hot girl summer.
I mean, it makes sense. Like most guys, especially when they get older, they become more valuable, right? So they want to like explore different avenues.
Young guys would also do the same too. though.
Yeah, but nowadays, especially with how the economy is, how the world works, most girls are deferring to older guys because shit, it's hard out here. You know what I mean? And most older guys are established and stuff like that. So guys just want different types of variety of chicks. Can't complain about that.
Growing at different paces
Yeah.
in their lives. We don't like based on where we are in our growth, we don't always see things from the other person's perspective. After a good amount of time of experiencing that, you don't want to put up with that anymore. So, yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you guys another one. Who is more emotionally intelligent, men or women? Let's start with you.
I would say depending on the case, but obviously based
Generally.
on stats, generally speaking, I would have to say women.
Really?
Yes.
I don't think that's true.
I personally believe women. So I think I'm not trying to sound politically correct. I just genuinely believe this is the truth. Now, obviously, there's different scenarios where men can mature more quicker than women. This is case by case, right? But generally speaking, I do believe that women typically do mature more emotionally than men.
How about you? What do you think? Men or women?
Okay. Now, I do know that women do mature faster than men, so they say. But with this whole generation thing going on and everything that's happening, I think it's based on experience, not based on gender.
Generality.
Because, wait, sorry?
We're going by like majority.
If I had to pick?
Yeah.
Oh,
She doesn't want to get canceled.
no. Because, like, the thing is, women, I don't know if I should say this, but a lot of
Emotionally.
women are now, like, changing their roles and acting more masculine. A lot of men are acting more feminine. I don't know if I should say
So which one do you think it is?
So which one do you think?
Like based on your experience, your personal experience.
Honestly, it's been about equal now. I've seen women act.
Just pick one of the other. It gotta be
I
one.
had to pick?
Yeah, you have to pick.
Oh my gosh.
You have to pick. There's no 50-50. You gotta pick.
Honestly, I say some guys. I say guys nowadays, just because like they're more in tap with their feelings compared to what I've experienced with some.
How about you?
I would definitely say women.
Why?
Well, because my best friend, she is gay, and she told me the reason why she likes women more than guys is because of the fact that they're more emotionally capable, emotionally mature.
Immature.
Women are more.
Oh, okay. Okay. How about you?
I'll agree as women, and based on what was mentioned earlier about maternal instinct and just being able to navigate scenarios where there are flux in emotions and having to remain grounded depending on like the decisions they have to make. So
Okay. So let me ask you guys a question. Who has more testosterone, men or females?
Male.
So wouldn't you say that men have to do more to control their emotions?
but
Because
they're not, they're not
the men
successful.
because think about it, the men that can't control their emotions, guess where they end up? Incarcerated.
Yeah, they're
Ones
reactive.
that can?
That can't.
That
Oh,
can't.
can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very reactive. I've learned.
So wouldn't you say that because we have more testosterone, we have to control it more? So wouldn't you say that men are actually more emotionally capable of handling their feelings way better than females?
But emotional
Emotional
intelligence and
intelligence has nothing to do
emotional
with-
stability
Yeah,
is
that's
two
what
different
it is.
categories.
Yes, but it still stems from the same thing though, because for the most part, most men have to be in a position to handle their emotions. Otherwise, things get violent.
Yeah, but being able to control your emotion versus you having emotional intelligence is two different things. I'll give you an example. Being able to control emotion. Let's say Asia here starts screaming at my face for no reason and she's just being completely out of line. Me being emotionally stable, I'll try to understand where she's coming from and I'll try to empathize with her and I'll try to say, hey, like, I apologize if, what you just mentioned made you upset.
And
right?
when you
That
say
is emotional.
and when you say that majority of the time men are much better at that, because at the end of the day, me being in business especially, I've dealt with females, and when they don't like someone, they're like, I don't want to do business with them. Whereas men will be like, I'd rather just focus on the end goal, get the money, get the bag. I don't care what the fucking person who they are. That is the biggest difference. So men are much better at handling their emotions, and they're more emotionally intelligent because they have to.
But emotional intelligence is being able to anticipate someone's needs. So that's kind of like a different category.
But in a way, they kind of are though, especially in the business world.
Yeah, I think you mentioned business world. I think you're right when it comes to the business because when I assess success in business,
but
it
even-
takes high emotional intelligence
Yeah,
to arrive.
for sure.
100%. But even in a relationship too, majority of the time females will just not communicate correctly. Most of the time they'll be like, it's fine. Most men are like, let's get to the solution.
I've met
Let's
men-
figure the solution.
There
Let's
is
get it
men
done.
like that too.
I meet the
we are
men-
more
Majority.
direct. We are more
Yes, you're
direct,
right.
yeah.
You're right.
I'll be like, hey, what's bothering you? Talk to me. Let's figure this shit out.
So wouldn't that make
Yeah.
you more emotionally intelligent because you're getting straight to the point rather than beating around the bush?
I think that behavior is more emotionally intelligent.
Yeah.
I am that person in my relationship. So I think I'm attracting the guy who's like, it's fine. It's okay. Like, don't worry about it. Or like, doesn't want to talk about it in the
Yeah.
moment. So I'm attracting that because I am the sort of one who wants to sort it out right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
And I'm also the business head in the relationship.
Let me ask the ladies a question. What's the biggest ick for a guy and a girl that you think?
Can we turn the fan?
Ick.
It's kind of hot in here.
Lack of consistency.
Sorry?
Like not being consistent.
That's what you think? Not be consistent?
Yeah, like if you try to show something and then you see them acting differently. For me, I won't call you out on it. Like at least like I don't know about
she
everyone.
just observe.
I will observe it. I will see it, but like it will turn me off if like.
But not you though. I'm talking about what do guys find an ick in a
Oh,
in
what a
fe-
guy finds ick in a
yes.
female?
Yes.
Well, wouldn't that be a guy's question?
Yeah,
Well, no,
that's-
because I'm asking you guys first because I want to know if you guys.
I
I don't
thought-
know. Maybe
thought you
bad
meant-
hygiene. Like that would. I hope that would be an ick for a guy.
Oh, I mean, that's, okay, that's like everyone though.
Okay.
Hygiene goes both ways.
Being too loud, maybe.
Okay, yeah, that's actually a good one.
Right?
No one likes a.
Man, I'm about to get
Obnoxious
canceled for
bitch.
my answers.
Okay, how about you? What do you think?
Maybe just like entertaining too many guys, like being out there too much.
Definitely.
That's definitely
Being promiscuous.
Yeah.
okay. How about
That's
you?
the one.
That's
Yeah.
one of the
So-
top.
Right out my
That's
mouth.
a good
So
one.
the way I say it is that how women see men and they look at a homeless man, they think that's like disgusting, right? For the most part. If you're broke, if you're like whatever, if you're a bum playing video games, most girls will be like, that's not attractive. Guys, on the other hand, will look at a female who's promiscuous, a hoe, a slut, whatever it is, whore, all the words you want to use. They look at that as the most disgustingest thing. They'll fuck you,
Okay.
but they won't wife you. And every guy knows that too.
Yeah,
and the
that's
thing is
true.
like, any dude that hooks up with a girl or gets in a relationship with a girl that is a hoe, like we all make fun of him behind his back. Like it's your reputation on the line. Your girl is a reflection upon you, in my opinion.
Well, they're like secretive about it, right?
of course, they're secret about
yeah,
it.
If
No
you're,
one wants to admit that you're with a hoe.
yeah, if your friends ask, hey, how come you didn't post your girl or whatever? It's like, oh, it's, we're just working it out,
Yeah. So I want to ask you guys, like, why do you think girls are such hoes today?
Wait, I didn't get to say my
can't even
ick.
answer that.
Why do you guys think girls are such hoes today?
I mean, it's access. They just have more access than because traditionally, like in the past, we had to ask a girl for her phone number, meet them on the train, in the library, write their number down, or even MSN back in the days. But now it's like everybody has access to everybody. You could have an NBA player right now DMing you. You could have friggin' LeBron James trying to DM you, Devin Booker DMing you, and if you're that girl.
Pergamy's real.
If you're that girl, obviously you're gonna see those DMs and then look at an average guy and be like, "What the fuck am I gonna settle for an average guy when I can get my back blown by Devin Booker, get flown out to Malibu, get flown out to Turks and Caicos, and get a Chanel bag out of it?" Right? They're not gonna want to mess with a regular guy anymore.
What about you? What do you think? Why are girls hoes?
Well, into that comment, I mean, that depends on what you value, but, each to their own, not saying nothing, but I think females have turned into hoes for multiple reasons. One being the culture, obviously.
Western culture, especially.
Like they're
Yeah.
definitely pushing, being promiscuous,
Sexy
being
red,
sexy, showing
Nicki
your body.
Minaj.
That's what.
Let that
That's
Gucci
hot.
be.
That's sexy, and then them doing that with the lack of accountability. Like, when we were younger, we used to have that around. Even if like
You could be
there was foolishness going on.
You could be sexy without showing
No
your
facts.
cleavage
There's
as well.
you can be modest and sexy.
Yeah.
I've seen some beautiful women that's like
You don't have
covered up in
to
their
show
beauty.
skin
You don't.
all
Yeah,
the
you don't
time.
have to show
too.
skin.
You don't, and but that's like what they're pushing out here, and they're like, be half naked or naked,
bikini
like,
photos
get
and-
that, get like, and I feel like because they're pushing that, and then they're also pulling back like the accountability aspect of like, like this isn't the best look, or maybe you should act like this, or maybe you should.
They're
there's
normalizing
normal-
it.
Yeah.
They're normalizing
Everything
whole
is-
behavior.
And just do what you
Promiscuous
want,
activity.
How about you?
Yeah.
Why are chicks hoes, especially in Toronto?
I would say the same.
Why Toronto? Oh my God.
I would say the same basically, but also like social media too. Like guys could like portray different types of lifestyles that they don't necessarily have and like message people. Like everyone's so accessible nowadays, and just the music and like the types of stuff that you'll see on Instagram being posted, it definitely does not really.
How about you?
I think accessibility is the result of lack of boundaries.
Yeah.
And for a long time, like MSN, Facebook, and some of
BBM.
the other, I didn't have those because I was so private. And I remember for a work opportunity, one of the coaches was so shocked that I was working with. He was like, "You don't have Facebook?" And I was so, I don't even know what I felt, like shame. Like I felt concerned that
Yeah.
I was part of the problem in my own personal growth by not having Facebook, that I went and like created an account right that same day, just so I could stay connected and have the business rapport. But moreover, there's if you have been sort of like stagnant or inhibited in a certain aspect of your expression, there's a huge movement now that awakens, I think, the women and men who've not ever embraced that part of themselves. And it's like I was reading about chakras and like sacral chakra and like sexual energy. And it's like if you have been inhibited this entire time and haven't experimented, haven't explored, never did that in high school when everyone else was doing it, this is that time. And so it's like a rush. And if you're not doing it, then it's like peer pressure for sure. So I think it's like a coming of age, if you will, but people are late. And so it's all happening at the same time.
So do you think, okay, let me ask you guys another question. Do you think men should have control over women if they're in a relationship?
What kind of control do you mean?
Like authority, you should have authority over her.
To a degree.
I think I want to say yes, but I think that there should be an agreement on what that is, because as a woman, I love the feeling I get when I ask my man if I can do something. Like I feel like a little girl. I'm like, hey, I was just invited to this thing. Like it's at 7:00. Can I go? And I'm just like, I don't know.
Absolutely not.
No. And then I'd be upset.
No,
Then we'd have like,
no,
I think there's
that's
like
good.
yeah,
That's
see,
good.
it's like I don't know. It depends on their dynamic, but I definitely think it should be agreed upon, and that
Yeah.
he shouldn't be control.
I wouldn't say the
can go
word
to
control.
abuse.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't. Yeah.
Not abuse, but
No.
control.
Yeah, I think there should be a degree of it, because it goes hand in hand with communication. So
Yeah.
he should be able to voice his opinion on something, and that she would be open to it, because that's like the feminine masculine dynamic.
How about you?
I mean, to a certain extent, really, I would say, like,
No, it can't be a certain extent.
It's either
Like,
yes or no.
Because
Tell you
because
everything.
because at the end of the day, like you can't pick and choose when a man can be a leader.
but I mean, like, saying, oh, you can't wear this, you can't wear
Yeah,
that.
you shouldn't.
I mean, it depends, I guess, on the relationship, like how established it is. Like, if it's a serious relationship, then I think that's okay. But if it's not necessarily serious,
Let's
or-
say it's a serious relationship.
then I mean, I would say yes to some extent.
Like you can't wear like crop tops. You gotta wear a burqa when you go out.
I mean,
Hijab. Gotta hide
if
yourself.
it's like summertime and it's like 90 degrees out, I don't really think that's right.
double
you know?
double hijab then.
Like identify who you're dating before you like it gets that serious.
Yeah.
Because I do want but
100%.
if you're gonna question what I'm wearing and like I'm not okay with that, then I probably should
because at the end
pursue
of,
that.
because at the end of the day, like no matter what it is, I look at it as like most women will say they want an equal partner, but that's not true.
Yeah, no,
Most women want a man that is
Higher status.
higher,
higher
stronger,
income,
money,
stronger, smarter.
smarter. So that's not really your equal. That's actually your superior in every metric.
Hypergamy.
Right? Hypergamy, exactly. So, in my opinion, yeah, like you should have 100% authority over her, because if you don't have authority over her, how can you lead?
Agree.
Right? You need to have authority over her.
Yeah.
But a lot of chicks today, especially in Toronto, they don't want that. They want to pick and choose when a man can be masculine and when a man cannot be masculine. And that's where the issue kind of lies with young men today.
You know what I find an issue? I feel like there are some women who doesn't mind being that level of submissive, but I think their friends sometimes will come into the picture and be like, no, girl, he's being controlling. You shouldn't do that and this and this.
In my opinion, you
Yeah.
should never talk about your boyfriend to your friends.
Facts.
Ever.
I agree with
Because
you.
because,
I agree with
because you
you.
only
Second
talk
degree.
about the negative things about your boyfriend,
And that sticks.
and that sticks, and,
And
that's
that
all they're gonna
sticks.
think about.
100.
Oh my
I love that you
gosh,
said that
that's
because
crazy.
I stand
Yeah.
on that. Like that's number one in a
Yeah.
relationship. Well, not number one, but it's definitely up there. Like,
It's like
But I
back
think
to the
that goes
prejudice.
both ways, though. I don't think you should talk
Guys
about
don't,
your.
guys don't necessarily
ways.
talk about their girl like that because it makes them look
It's
bad.
true.
It
No,
makes them
that
look
is
bad.
facts. Unless she does
shouldn't,
something
though.
super out of line, I don't generally talk about negative.
I'll
to
talk
my-
it about to my sisters because
Yeah.
it's my sisters, right? It's not going
Okay, it
anywhere.
makes sense.
But like maybe even like like when you talk to your partner about your to your friends, like next time they meet, all they're gonna think about is like the negative things
and they're
about them.
never
For
gonna
sure.
understand.
They're never gonna understand the
And they
dynamic
become
of the relationship.
influenced by their negative friends who are constantly telling them, hey, you can do better. He's toxic. He's abusive. He's verbally abusive. He's controlling this and that. And then say she ends up like distancing herself and they break up. Months later, she regrets it and she'll be like, oh, damn, I shouldn't have listened to my friends.
Do you think? Okay, so I'll start here. Body count doesn't matter
Yes.
for females. Only females. It doesn't matter for males.
Does
No, it doesn't matter for guys. It doesn't matter for
You're
guys.
talking about to a guy, right? For females?
Yeah. So like
Yeah.
as a girl,
A girl's
as a
body count.
woman, do
Yeah.
I believe that a woman's body count should matter to a man?
100%.
I imagine body count would, whether it's like lesser or more, I think would be probably based on the man's desire for that woman's self-awareness. Like I think sexual awareness comes from experience. Now, I'm someone who's been in a long-term relationship, so a lot of that personal growth and discovery happened within the monogamy. But I would imagine, like, if I think about how comfortable I am with myself sexually now than like when I began being sexually active, there's so much discovery and like freedom and like you remove insecurity with the more experience you have. So I think it just depends on how aware the man wants the girl to be in her
No, but
sexuality.
I'm saying like doesn't matter for most men. Does body count matter?
I mean, it
took it to
would
like a
matter,
deep-
but
you
what
took
do you
it
mean,
like
like more or less? Like,
No, obviously
of course
less.
it matters,
No,
but
no.
it's gonna affect how well she knows herself. If he wants to be the guy to help her get to know herself, or if he wants her to already be there when he shows up.
No, like I'm saying like does body count for men, like when they look for a partner, does it matter for
Like for a wife,
a wife? Yes.
it probably does matter if it's a wife.
And what's the number that you think?
Gosh, I have no idea. I'm
Pick
like
a number.
3, 5.
That's a good number. 3. Three is a good number. I would say 2, but yeah, 3 is a good number.
Okay.
How about you?
I would say it matters depending on the value of the man. Like most high quality men, they don't really want someone that's been sleeping around and has too many bodies, right? Number wise, I would say like 5 to 10 maximum with this day
That's a
and
big
age.
range.
I know.
That's a big range.
But with this day and age,
That's 5 extra cocks.
I know, but you know,
You gotta narrow that down a
Yeah, you gotta
teeny
narrow it.
winny bit.
How about you?
yeah, so
I'd say it matters.
Okay. How many
and
cocks?
I keep it to one hand. You know,
How many cocks?
one hand.
Oh, one guy. Oh,
One
oh.
hand.
No, one hand.
Oh, one
Yeah,
hand.
5
Something
fingers.
So as long as
yeah.
it holds in one hand.
Ah,
you're
okay,
good.
okay. How about you?
It's gonna be a controversial answer, but I'm gonna say like 1 or 2.
Yeah, I agree.
And the reason why I say 1 or 2 is because ideally you want to be with a girl who was in long-term relationship.
That's true.
And by that she was not promiscuous. She was just with 1 or 2 guys.
Very hard to find.
Or
though.
extremely hard to find. And also like Vanessa just mentioned, high quality men look for things like this, right? So men of status, we don't want to date a girl that most likely has slept with someone that we know. And if her body count is high later on, that she slept with someone that I know,
Yeah, it's a
that's a
turn off.
cutoff for me.
It's a turn off.
That's,
Or even talking.
I can't.
Even talking.
No, talking, I think I can look over talking.
No, because talking is still gross.
It is. It's still a turn off.
I don't want
get
to know
me
about how
wrong.
big your cock is, your friend's cock is. Like, I don't want to know that shit.
That's some deep talking.
So I don't know what kind of talking y'all be doing. But,
You don't do
What
that
if
right
you
away?
win?
Like,
No,
What if
I
you
don't.
win?
You don't send a dick pic right away? No, man. All right.
Listen, I personally don't care as long as she did not sleep with the gentleman.
No,
So like even if she's talked to someone that I know personally, a couple of people that I know personally, I don't really care as long as she did not actually engaged in the sexual activities. But I can never look at her the same if I found out she slept with someone I know personally or know of someone that she slept with personally. I just can't.
Let me ask you, okay, so what's more important in a child's life? A mother or a father? You got to pick one or the other.
Oh, that's hard.
Go here.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna say mom. Oh,
Mother, really? Okay, mother?
I'm gonna say mom.
Mother?
I'm gonna say mom, but it's like it's hard for me to say because I never had a mother. So.
Okay, so mother.
mother if it's a daughter, son if it's father if it's a son.
Facts.
Mother, and I say that because there's a responsibility to understand yourself internally, and I believe on a spiritual level that comes from the mother. So then father would be like how you deal with the external world, which, oh man, this is a tough question
So-
because that's so important too.
So if you look at statistically,
I did see those
because
stats.
because here's the thing.
I did hear about the
I
stats.
didn't know these
single
stats.
mothers, their sons have a higher incarceration rate, and the females have a higher like sexual activity, body count, all
Promiscuous
that stuff. A
behaviors,
father
yeah.
is extremely important because it's. If you look at any household, it's always father, mother, kids. That's how the ranking goes, right? Having that father figure, especially in a female's life, is extremely important because a lot of girls
Respect.
that come on the podcast who are strippers, OnlyFans girls, I ask them, "Where's your father?" Wasn't here. It always anytime a father is not in a woman's
And we
life,
had them here.
It usually
Yeah.
leads.
Yeah.
It usually leads to being more sexually
More promiscuous,
more promiscuous,
more
all that shit, right?
promiscuous.
And
Don't respect
and not
themselves.
having and looking at the son perspective, not having that father to guide them in life, teach them the right ways, all that stuff. That's when they start going to streets. That's when they start going to gangs. Especially, unfortunately, on a lot of times, that happens.
And a lot of times they don't know how to respect men if they don't have a father figure.
Yeah, authority. I recognize that. It's a
They'll
constant.
they'll disrespect
Females?
men. Females, yes.
Well,
I
one
was
thing.
thinking
Okay, so one thing I said.
Incarceration is authority.
So one thing I said in the podcast that like everyone in Toronto like hated us for it was that I said, unfortunately, a lot of men don't go for black females because they're too masculine. And I got canceled for that. Like I got shit for that but I explained it to them. I said the reason is because unfortunately, especially in America, let's say,
based on stats.
based on stats,
not
a lot of black households have a single parent home, especially with the mother, right? And so what happens is that when they grow up, the mother will be like fuck men, right? Their aunts will say fuck men, their sisters, whatever it is, the music list will say fuck men, and then when they get older, they have no respect for men. So that's why a lot of guys, like if you look at athletes, like the highest status, like celebrities, all that stuff, a lot of black guys, they go for white girls, Latinas, like you can see it, you can see it for what it is. It's because
I don't necessarily think that's universally true.
hold on.
though.
It's because also, unfortunately, not having a father figure, sometimes you kind of have to become more masculine because the world becomes more difficult for you.
I agree with that
As a
part.
female,
I do
when
agree with
life
that
gets
part.
more difficult, you can't be in your feminine stage. You have to be more
become
masculine.
more independent. Yeah.
And unfortunately, the same way that females don't like feminine men,
yeah.
guys don't like masculine women.
I mean, you know what women say when they become independent, right? When they become super like successful and wealthy,
I don't need no man.
They'll say, "I don't need no man to take care of
Yeah.
me." But then, what do guys say when they become super successful?
They want
and
a
rich?
family.
They're like, "I want to have a stable family. I want to have 5 kids. I want to take care of my wife."
yeah.
You know, I mean, at least that's how I am. I worked my friggin' ass off to get to where I am so that I could provide for my future wife and my family.
So-
I don't want my future wife to
So
work.
when I said that, like even having a black co-host, Ace, like they were like,
Excuse me.
they were ripping into us, but at the same time, they didn't understand the context of it. It's not racist. It's just like look at the
It's
statistic.
generation. Yeah, I think it's statistic, but I think we want to bring it back to the concept of the single parent home where it's the mother and like not focus on the ethnicity of it.
No, because
like,
I didn't say
that's
that.
the source.
I
not
didn't
the
say I didn't say black girls were unattractive. I didn't say that at all.
No, but-
I just said that it's just more so their characteristics traits that turns off men.
They're more masculine.
They're more masculine.
in their in how they express.
Yeah, because
But isn't that to a
sometimes
degree-
a strong woman? Like the thing is, we like
Perception.
To throw, exactly. We like to throw around masculine and feminine. A man can still be in his masculine and be a softer male compared to another male. It's society that says, "Oh, you aren't a man, and because you're too soft or you're too like this." But there are soft women that will see you as masculine, even in your softness. I don't know how to explain it.
Like empathy.
you know what I'm trying
Sure,
to say?
I know what you mean. Empathy, like men who are having.
Well,
They're
that's part of
There's some
emotional
guys that are,
intelligence,
like,
right?
really
It is.
soft.
Yeah.
there are definitely levels. Like there's
There's
definitely
levels to it. It's not just like, oh,
there's definitely alpha levels. Like there's some there are some groups where, like, let's say for me, for example, I could be the alpha of the group, but then there's some groups where I'm actually not the alpha of the group, right? That I understand.
you know what I'm trying to say?
That I get. But what I'm saying is primarily with with black females, they just become, because of the situation that they grow up
You
with.
just need the harder
We want to say the hustlers because I feel
You know, like the
narrowing it down to the ethnicity in the background is like it's really giving a completely different perspective of the. I understand the argument, but I think if we're going to target women who grew up in single parent homes, because I didn't grow up in a single parent household.
But
so
you're not masculine.
Well, that is up
You're
for
very
debate.
feminine,
I
based on
feel
what I see.
I
like
agree.
I'm in
I
a
agree.
feminine era, like space in my life
Yeah.
right now, but I wasn't always embracing
that,
it this way.
yeah.
I think if you ask me, in my childhood, I was very tomboy, and
I'm not talking about childhood. It's more
no,
so like
but
We're talking about
it's
now.
a development. Like
Yeah.
some people don't come out of that, right? They don't.
No, you're
grow
right,
up.
you're right,
So
you're
I've
right.
arrived here
Yeah.
because I recognized the value of what that balance looks like and what it means to have a partner who can support in that way. And I didn't always feel like I had a partner who supported like that. So I had to experience what that looks like, the variation. And it wasn't until my most recent partner where I was like, oh, it's like it's a very enlightening, like eye-opening experience to have that support or the leadership. Because if you don't have that, then you really are in your masculine.
But that's where a
father
father comes in.
Yeah, but I had my father in my home. My parents are still together.
Yeah.
So
I'm not saying
you
that-
know I wouldn't use black female as the term. I would still say single parent household.
But I was saying is like why most majority, because listen, if you look at Hinge's data, right?
Hinge. Okay.
Let's
I
go
will
with-
now.
Let's go with Hinge's data.
Okay.
The lowest swiped females are actually black females.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But based on Hinge's
Like,
data.
You also like, cause like.
Was that recent data? That's like
I don't know how to
2023.
test
Yeah.
them.
Well, I don't feel like I'd apply for
again,
it. So.
it has
Circumstances,
nothing.
right?
It has
Like-
nothing to do with the way you look. Nothing to do.
No,
Because
and
I
I-
think
because, like,
because I think darker skinned girls are way more pretty than lighter skinned
circumstances
girls.
brings out certain-
Oh my gosh.
But in my but what I'm trying to say though is
I
that
mean,
like
skin
it's the
color don't matter
characteristics,
in my
though.
opinion.
Yeah,
I think
but-
Skin color
it's
does matter.
I think
It's changing
also-
the focus.
in life,
Yeah.
like, if you go through things that makes you have to be more masculine for yourself,
Right.
then you're going to show that. Even
Exactly.
though you could be fully feminine within yourself, you're
Right.
just having to show that forefront.
Life experience.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
But the thing I'm trying
there's
to
circumstances in life
Yes.
where women of color, maybe
Yeah.
in states or in different places, they are forced into circumstances where they have to be that for themselves. But it doesn't
I
mean
agree.
they're masculine.
But as
They're
a
just-
man,
Or
but-
that they didn't
but
have
as
a father.
or
in
they
the
didn't have a
home.
But
father.
as
They're
a-
just a strong woman.
As human beings, we go to the least resistance. That's how humans are hardwired, right?
Okay, but-
why would you want to change a girl that's so masculine when you can go with a nice feminine girl? Don't deal with the bullshit. You get everything she wants. She doesn't talk back to you. Doesn't talk anything, whatever. She's there.
I
You
feel
get the
like
sex.
for
You
the
get the
right,
cook.
False?
She's
the
there.
right guy
You
can,
get-
Or, like,
can get the
whoever's false.
feminine
think
side
it's
of
a-
every girl. I
But why
feel.
would you do it?
I could find a
When you
masculine.
can, that's what I'm saying. Humans generally, just like electricity,
Because you don't know how the future holds, right? Sometimes you run into somebody who you didn't think you'd fall in love with, and you guys are naturally a match, and he's just masculine enough to bring the feminine
Yes,
energy
but what I'm
out
trying
of
to say
her.
is
That part.
No, but what I'm trying to say is that if you go with majority, if there are 9 masculine chicks and there's 1 feminine chick, and every chick that's masculine, it doesn't work out with you, why would you choose that again and again and again? Most guys, it's the same way. Why would a female choose a feminine man? Most girls don't want that. It's the same shit. As soon as gender
But
roles
exactly
play-
my point. What if the guy was too feminine and he just couldn't bring the feminine energy out of the girl? Because, in order to get feminine energy, you have to be masculine yourself.
Yes, but what I'm trying to say is, why go through that when you can go for someone who is
Why
more
go through
feminine?
that? Because sometimes we don't choose who our partner is going
Yeah,
to
you
be.
can. 100%.
Sometimes
Connection.
choice.
It's an intimate. Some people rely heavily on their like spiritual, intuitive connection.
Spiritual. If she's hot, then yeah, she's
No,
good.
but that's like.
What the fuck do I care about her fucking spirit?
there's-
If she
there
can
could be-
cook, clean, fuck, you're good.
But if you're always surrounded, like you said, you mentioned. I mean, I'm not denying that fact. But what if you're surrounded, right?
Yeah.
And your spirit, as in like you naturally are drawn to one person, or you have a tendency to keep seeing them, and they catch your eye. That particular woman, like you could be in a room full of women, and one particular woman is like always. You turn your head and she's
That's
there. and you're like,
infatuation. That's not love.
but
But-
none of this is love. But,
but-
you're
but-
drawn to the path of least resistance. Infatuation would be that
But
case.
what I also say is that if you want to be a successful man, you shouldn't be in love with a woman in general.
if you want to be a successful man,
I think you
should
can
not
be
in
in
love
love with
You
the
should
right
not be in
girl.
love with a
Can
woman.
be if she's the right woman.
No,
Or you
yeah,
want
no.
her to mother your children.
No,
Y'all should be
because
equally yoked.
no, because here's the thing:
No.
men especially are insane when they love. Because men, when they love like crazy. It's called Have you watched the Great Gatsby?
What's wrong with falling in love with someone that's?
Because
Insanely.
because if you want to be successful, the path to success is lonely.
What if she supports you? She's there with.
What is she supposed? Okay, that's the thing about females is that they think that a successful man needs support. Dude, he already did it by himself.
He does not need
doesn't
support.
need another girl to come like, oh baby, well you're so tired today. Oh, like I don't need your fucking hand.
Yeah,
I'll
but
use my own
woman,
hand.
a woman showing up for you. Sometimes like you might not
Support.
be able to say something, and like she can read
called
off
Chat-
of you.
if-
She's your person.
If
like,
I want to use someone's support, I got Chat GPT, the female version.
Chat GPT,
Oh,
And she and you know what? She gives better advice than any bitch
if
will
men
give.
did not need women, it would have just stopped with Adam. That's all I gotta say.
I'm just saying. Listen,
And then there'd all be all the
most-
guys.
And there were all the
waiting
guys,
for
and then you know,
ChatGPT.
yeah, we could,
most successful men.
I don't think there's anyone
No,
that
but
can
look-
comfort you as like a female can, a loving female.
Warmth.
you need the,
Yeah, the
I'm
warmth.
not saying that they don't come for comfort, but I'm saying is most men who are successful, they did the path before you even came there. So why?
I'll agree, but then there's
you
there's
still
another
need
tier to the
that.
journey
Yeah.
of success. Because can you say that you're successful if you're working so hard
and you still had no girl
to achieve that like final point of success?
Yeah.
And like you mentioned earlier, you're working this hard. You're like busting your ass so you can get to the point where you have arrived at the pinnacle of success.
Yes.
That's the family. That's when she shows up. We want
Have you-
we want
also
that
comes
unity.
down to
Have you
value
looked
of
up?
success.
Have you looked up
Maybe
all?
you don't
Have you looked
value
up all the high value men, the highest value men in this world who can give a woman everything? And look at the divorce rate; it's extremely high. Look at fucking
It's
Jeff.
usually
Well,
Jeff-
it's usually because
it's
I'm sorry,
usually
they work a lot.
Justin Trudeau.
It depends
Justin
on
Trudeau,
what you
the
value.
most powerful man in the country. His chick divorced him.
I mean, he's a wuss.
But it doesn't matter. The most
all
powerful,
out there.
the
He's
most
got
powerful
beta.
man in the country, and his chick
And he's
divorced him.
racist.
You usually see when a guy
doesn't like
builds,
black
when a
people.
woman helps build up a guy like from nothing, the guy ends up usually like leaving the girl at the end and finding someone to his
of Wall
level at
Street?
that level when he gets there, right?
Wolf of Wall Street.
So, I mean,
you guys
like-
remember how Jordan Belfort became
Yeah.
multi-millionaire, and then he was fucking that the European model, the lingerie model.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
That
then
goes back to like
Yeah.
growth at different rates. I can appreciate
Yeah,
the
it's
growth
good
at
to be
different
there
Okay,
to
let me
like
ask you guys
help
another
along the
question.
way, like with hiccups or whatever. If you're already established,
if your man is super rich, let's say millionaire, a couple million, you're with him, but he wants a couple side chicks. Are you okay with that?
What'd you say?
So let's say you're with a very well-established man, checks off all the boxes that you want, but occasionally he fucks some girls.
Occasionally.
Like he'll go out with his boys.
Are we in an
couple
open
ti-
relationship?
No,
No.
close on your end, open on his.
Monogamous.
But he fucks these
wants
girls,
to
but
be
doesn't give a shit about the girls.
Oh.
Just like goes on.
that puts you at
Cancun.
risk for
that makes it
STDs.
okay.
No, uses condoms.
But you could still get STDs
No, you
with
can't.
condoms. Yeah,
No, you
herpes
can't.
could be passed with condoms.
Double condom then.
But like, why does it feel good to do it with another
Because
girl?
men have always biologically hardwired to
can't you do it with his
have
girl?
variety.
Why
Men
can't
have
you do it
always,
with his girl?
dude. There are guys who have the hottest fucking chick, like 10 out of 10, and they'll fuck a 5 out of 10.
No, but I'm saying, why can't he fuck the next girl with his girl?
Oh, that's okay too.
that's okay.
That's okay.
That's
too.
okay.
That's
Teamwork
okay.
makes
too.
the dream work.
I think that.
But a lot of women
I
are so
think-
Against
insecure,
that, they're
are so
super
insecure that
against
they
that.
can't do it.
But if
Would you do
had
it?
To, and it was you and your man and another girl.
Yeah. Would you do it?
Personally, it depends on the girl and like the situation.
Because she's
not a daily.
let's
You
say-
want to be a part
But-
of the.
let's say she's
I
hot.
want to be a part of it. 100%.
She's hot. She's hot.
Okay, I can value and
All right,
appreciate hot
all right.
women. Okay, it's not about that. It's about like.
But are you secure with yourself that you?
I'm
that,
She's
confident
very
in myself.
secure.
I don't need to worry.
Yeah.
My issue is you doing it behind my back. Are you?
Yeah.
No.
Because it's like emotional cheating, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That
what
goes
it
back
is.
to
Yeah.
honesty and the core
but, like,
values.
if you're my man and we have a discussion, you have needs and kinks and things and like
Yeah.
as his wife, you guys gotta figure out that sexuality part. Everyone's different,
Yeah.
Okay.
but y'all gotta figure that out. I
I
think
agree
Oh,
with-
for
agree
sure.
with-
Everybody is
How about you?
different. Yeah.
Me, I would not want to take part in it, but I would understand that. Yeah, like would I take him necessarily serious and have a family with him one day if that's what he's doing? Maybe not, but
Why not?
just because like it puts you at risk and everything
And what
for
risk?
like STDs.
Okay, no,
and-
he's using a condom. No STDs.
Health first.
Okay, if there was no such thing as the STD being transferred,
No,
even
let's say,
with condom,
let's say he is very like condom for everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know, because sometimes sex could lead to like emotional attachment, even.
No,
and-
not with guys.
Yeah.
Not with guys. I can fuck a girl and not give two shits about her. She
Then-
dies on the road.
I mean,
alright,
it's
cool.
my bills are being paid. Then
Yes, he's so. Let's just
Your
say
bills
he's
are
a
being
high
paid.
quality man. He's a high value man. He's a multimillionaire. Would you be okay with that?
I would for a meantime, but
One
I
or
don't
two
think
chicks
No,
a
I'd be
year.
not
okay
meantime.
with the
Like we're talking long term relationship. Would you be okay?
long-term, I don't know. Like that's something I'd have to think about honestly.
And he's not emotionally invested in any of these girls. It's like one night stands,
so he's
Yeah.
just doing it just to do it.
just to do it. And he still comes home and he loves you unconditionally.
Because if your man watches porn, it's the same shit. To be honest with you,
Yeah,
he's
I
jerking
agree.
off to something virtual. It's the same shit. What's the
Yeah.
difference between him sticking it in and not sticking it in? How about you?
So would you be okay with that?
Think about it.
Okay, so she's open to the idea. That's not
Open
that's
to it.
not bad.
How about you?
I feel like I've had conversations with like my exes, where they would I don't know if it's jokingly or serious. I'm gonna assume serious, even in joking, like, you know, tone.
Probably serious.
And they were serious then, and I was kind of, at that time, I was open to it. Like I said, I've kind of changed my perspective based on coming into like my more feminine energy, and I do feel like there's something so powerful about the agreement, like the terms of agreement in the relationship. So I feel like that would have to be something we talked about in length to make sure that I was completely understanding all of the factors. Because right now in this conversation, it makes me feel really uncomfortable. How the irony though of like back before when I was asked, I was like, okay, like what are we doing, you know? But now I feel like I've acquired more.
Okay, so
wisdom.
let's go into some Reddit questions.
Oh my goodness.
Not Reddit.
Okay, let's see. Okay, let me see what your guys' thoughts are. I, 29, female, slept with my gay best friend, 30. My best friend since college and I have been very close, very tight bond, and I love him very deeply. We're very comfortable, open around each other. He identifies as a gay man, always has. Not bisexual or anything else. He is someone who has a very strong masculine energy, and on and off throughout the years, I guess that has confused the primal part of my brain. I've only recently been able to actually admit to myself that sometimes I can't help but feel emotionally and physically attracted to him because it jumps out strongly every now and then. Let me hold on a bit. So she's asking, what does it mean? How do I talk to him about without making it weird? Do I bring it up first or let him?
Oh my god.
I would say, well, in the name of communication, just bring it up because obviously you're on Reddit now. Like it's concerning you. Just mention your sentiments around it and
He's gay.
Yeah, but
He likes cock.
But she has such strong feelings, and they're friends. We talked about the dynamic of friendship and what it looks like to be sexual with them. As a good friend, it would probably be healthy to say, "This is how I feel about you."
Okay,
So
but
that-
it's not going to lead to anything.
But have they not? They haven't.
They've had sex,
They have.
Once?
right? But she is more emotionally and physically attracted to him than she thought before.
She needs to let him know because they already had sex. Maybe if they didn't have sex already,
She's not going to change him. He likes cock.
no, but
They were friends, so she already has that intimacy with him.
Yeah.
And then as a woman, when you have sex with a guy, you are chemically attached to that person. Like,
she has to perform
There's
a
this chemical
spiritual
connection.
Well, that's
disconnection.
why I say to guys all the time, once you smash a chick, make sure that you distance yourself from her because you have all the power now.
no, it's true because like you act like as a woman, you actually get these chemicals released into you, and you are chemically attached to that person for the rest of your life, regardless of whatever, how many men you've been with or whatever. So like for a woman, you will catch feelings, even when you say, "Oh, I won't, I don't." Your
true.
body,
It's true.
it will.
Yeah.
Like it is.
It's
Like,
true.
It's what happens.
Literal.
And
He's
so-
not gay.
I think
do you mean?
He's not gay.
Yeah, no, facts.
There's no way he's
not.
bisexual. He has to be bisexual. There's no
And I
way.
think communication is always important, no matter what. So she needs to just get off her chest. Nothing can come from it. But she just tell the guy
Say
what's going
something.
on.
Okay,
Listen,
this
you
is
put it down.
this is a good this is a good one. I am a 31 female
Yeah.
and my partner, 32 male, has bad hygiene. I'm not sure how to deal with this. I never stopped reminding him about his hygiene, but he never took my comments seriously. We are living together under one roof. He has bad dandruff and he often picks his dandruff and just throws it whatever he likes. On the floor, on the bed, on the sofa. He also has bad oral hygiene. His teeth are yellow already because of the thickness of bacteria as he is not brushing his teeth every day. He just brushes once a week.
What?
And his snoring is fine, but the air that I smell from his mouth as I lay in the bed beside him is too bad to the point where I needed to transfer the sofa to sleep. He doesn't bathe every day. We are in a
We're
tropical
just adding
climate.
one after another.
Whenever he's done at the gym, he lets the sweat dry down his body. He will not shower it off. I am fed up with his bad hygiene. I don't even let him kiss me because I'm so grossed out.
That's how far it's gone.
I'm not sure how to deal with this anymore. He's a good guy, kind, smart, but this is a major turnoff. What do I do?
If he's so
She
smart,
needs to respect
then
herself and walk away. Let him know that that's important, and she will be astonished at the power of a good hygiene.
My
hygienic
advice
man.
is
Or-
my
I
advice
have
is
advice
if
as
she
well.
loves him,
She said she spoke to him about it, and he still didn't make any
start
changes.
buying him gifts.
see no. My advice
not
is
You
ready to
can
change.
always encourage him. Be like, "Hey, babe, you want to go shower? Let me wash your hair for you, or
I
let's go
think
brush our teeth together."
My-
She
Shower
did
sex.
that before she put that on Reddit.
My-
She did that before she put that on Reddit.
Maybe he's depressed and he
Maybe.
can't get out of it. And
Take
Or
him to the
maybe,
you know what
doctor.
I mean? Because depression can make you have.
yeah.
my advice would be she gets dirty, so that way he smells
Oh, I
brilliant.
That's
But if he
fucked
can
up.
live with
But she
himself
would have
that
to,
dirty, why would he
Because
have a
it's
problem?
different when you smell
It's
yourself
like on the other person.
on the other person.
It's a
It's
bit
kind
of
of
a
more
mirror.
grosser.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
weird.
nasty.
But
Yeah.
what? Like,
That's
I like
nasty.
that.
she would have to really undo herself.
Yeah, you're gonna make your
But
own self
some
dirty.
girls-
That's nasty.
At the
Or
point
not.
now, she's literally at that.
Honestly, if you're posting on Reddit, she needs to try
Yeah,
that. If
she
she
needs to
hasn't
try
tried
it.
that yet, because she's putting all her business out there.
Why would you
Right?
want to
Airing
be
out
with
her
a
little
man
dirty
that
laundry.
That you have
carries
to make
himself like
yourself
that in the
dirty
first
for.
place?
For better or for worse, maybe he's just depressed.
Honestly, some people are not ready to change, and in order for them to see the value,
That's
your
nasty.
absence needs to be experienced. No, because like I can see that certain degree, like if hygiene is a spectrum.
I get
There's
so
people who do,
turned
like,
off with
next level
hygiene.
things
Yeah.
on a hygienic level, and there's people who are like, whoa, that's
Have you
extreme.
guys ever gone down on a guy and he smells?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
I cannot, bro. That comment came out of that caught me off guard.
looked at Asia and like,
No, but like, here's what I'm trying to say is that like,
He's depressed.
Like,
no, but like,
Oh my God.
if like, you know, it's like kind of like in the moment, like
in the moment, go shower.
no, but let's say like you're
it in
watching.
the shower.
Let's say you're in a
But
let's say you're in a drive-in movie. You're watching the movie, okay, and then she just goes down on you, and then you know it's not like you're like you just took a piss or some shit. Like it's not like you know.
It's a long day.
Stinks.
I'm always like, it was a long day. It's a long day.
Like there's sweat, there's odor, and then there's like stinking.
But
to the
if you
doctor.
but if you take
No,
a but
you know what I mean?
if you take a piss as a guy,
oh my
But
gosh.
there's, like, the
it can't be clean all the time.
They shouldn't
No,
smell
yes.
after taking a
It's-
piss
yeah,
either. Go to the doctors at that point.
Usually,
Stale piss does not smell like an STI. It just smells
No, I
like
get it.
raunchy, like.
No, I think
can't
girls don't
breathe.
mind that smell. I think what they do mind is like when they can smell BO,
No,
and it's
BO's
like,
okay.
Oh.
It can't be that stink. Like, it can't be like that. You know what I mean?
She's like, you guys know what I'm talking about.
what type of stink?
Bro, like something's not healthy.
Like what she described.
Or like you haven't
that
been
sounds-
showering. Yeah.
What if you love him?
Shower. We will shower together, baby. I will help you scrub. And you can
Encourage,
go-
yeah, encouragement.
That's real love.
But
That's
honestly,
real
if she's my concern is that she's resorting to publicizing her concern.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like there needs to be there's a consequence to every action. She needs to demonstrate the consequence because it's not clear to him.
Yeah, it's not.
He's too free.
He thinks he's so okay. He still
way
has
too-
his girl.
The
Everything's
dandruff
fine.
sprinkles.
Yeah.
Like he's too comfortable.
Like she still loves me.
that's
I don't hurt.
nasty.
Wait,
It's
shot.
not
Wait,
acceptable.
Wait, I'm confused. How does he still have a job then?
There's no one's telling him anything. Maybe maybe this is a layered.
Maybe he's really
issue.
good at
Maybe
his
he
job.
works from home even.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys a
I hope
question.
so.
Shower
No, but on
sex,
Zoom
yay or
calls.
nay?
Yeah,
Obviously.
100%.
Why?
Yay.
Why?
I mean,
yay?
what else are you supposed to
Because
do
then
during?
you're clean when you get out. And
I'm saying this in general.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
else are you supposed to
I
do?
mean, like, obviously, if you're showering with your partner, you're not showering to get clean.
No, you're
You're
getting
not?
clean and dirty at the same time.
But it's dangerous.
Oh, it's dangerous.
It's dangerous.
That's the fun.
You
You
can-
mean like you could
You mean like, yeah, you can
slip,
get
yeah.
pregnant
You-
easily in the
you
shower
can-
sex.
I mean,
That
I
Yeah, you
guess.
can.
That too.
If
Yeah.
you're
But you don't have
Because
to
like
only
we
stand
don't.
up.
Sometimes we don't know that we came because like you know we're just like
all
doing
wet.
it. Yeah, it's all wet, and then you know next thing you know you know.
It's dangerous for your mind.
Do you guys know what a blumpkin is?
No.
Oh my God,
No,
bro!
tell me,
Blumpkin?
tell me.
Please don't.
Okay.
No, no.
So you're in love with your partner, right? Like let's say you're 100% in love, right? So a blumpkin is I found this from Hilda Kumar.
I'm a little bit
Hilda
nervous.
Kumar, where like a guy
No, it's a real thing.
A guy's taking a shit and then you blow him while he's taking a shit.
Suck his
Yeah.
while he's shitting.
Some
Yeah.
guys
So he's
actually,
spitting.
Yeah.
some guys have this
bro.
fetish.
You want to do a blumpkin?
Because
You're
then you get that
inhaling the
You
shit.
get the stink.
That's a real thing. You get the stink. You get
That's
the
what he's
stink.
talking
No,
about.
but
But you're in
some
love.
guys have this fetish.
He's your husband.
Get off the toilet.
But that's
no,
what-
but it's the
but-
fetish.
but
it's the
yeah,
fetish.
it's a
They want
fetish.
to do
Nah,
both
bro.
at the
I
same
love
time.
you, baby, but flush that shit. Okay, we
No.
ain't.
Legit.
No, I love you.
I
Flush
can't
it.
imagine doing
So
that
your
because
love
imagine
is
you're
conditional
No,
then.
I might be
imagine you're in the act and then
Your
all of a
love is
sudden
conditional.
you hear the like
But that's the whole point of a
nasty.
blumpkin.
I might be in the
It's,
same
it's
washroom.
like a
but I'm not
psychological
doing all that
fetish for
nasty.
guys. Some guys.
Yeah,
How about
I
you?
ain't that-
Blumpkin? Or Blumpkin or no?
Okay.
If you love him.
Hear me out, because I'm coming from a long-term relationship. Hear me out.
Bro,
She's done it all the time.
your face.
No, hear me out.
Around you.
Hear me
Your
out.
face in the toilet bowl.
No, I don't like this concept. I don't like,
Yeah.
but I'm trying to stretch my mind to the idea of sometimes there are circumstances when you're being intimate
Yeah.
that create a scenario that's less than ideal,
Girl.
and you still love each other in like despite that.
Yeah,
right? Like,
no, for sure.
Because I've had people share with me some like
Yeah.
real, and I don't understand why they did, to be honest, because it really changed how I saw the dynamic. But because I didn't explore the realm of like sexuality so much, hearing these types of like I've never heard of that before, and then discovering
Pretty
all
common.
the different positions and like what happens to the system as it relaxes. I'm just saying there are worse things that people do when they wouldn't do
no,
a
for
blumpkin,
sure.
right? That they tolerate because they're like, I love you. I know your body didn't mean to do that at this time. And
But
like,
he's on the toilet. He's saying like he's.
I feel like it shouldn't be intentional. I think we
No,
should be.
but that's the whole point of a
I
blumpkin.
know, it just sounds so
There are
disgusting.
guys
I
who
like
like
this.
to,
Like
thing
think
on the
about
girl.
it. If you're like literally,
I'm
you
trying to
have
be-
one
I'm trying to be
hole
open.
to breathe. You have two
I
holes to
know, it
breathe out
doesn't
of.
sound good.
No, but if
What are
your
you
man loves
breathing?
you,
But
Hey,
your
you love your
nose,
man.
but your nose gets
That's way
adjusted
too close
eventually.
to shit for
I
me.
feel like it's not healthy to do it on purpose. It's not healthy to do it on
Listen.
purpose.
Okay, what if he just has that fetish and you love
Yeah.
this guy and he does everything for
Honestly,
you?
My
it's not-
God.
I don't think it's healthy. Okay, personally, this
Would
is
you
my
do it?
opinion.
Yes or no?
No, I don't think if he had that fetish, I would be
So
pursuing
then love
him.
is not conditional.
Why
No,
would-
we
yeah.
wouldn't have even gotten there because if he told me about that fetish in the beginning,
But most people
love
it.
are
I love
secretive
him. I
about
don't
their
know.
fetish until you guys get
that's
to.
called dishonesty.
I could do a lot
Sometimes
of
fetish comes out
That's
later
true.
on,
That's
right?
true.
Sometimes you might not
I'm
actually
okay
know
with
that
fetishes. I could do a
certain
lot of-
shit turns
I'm
you on.
okay with accidents.
But like,
I'm
an
okay
accident,
with
yeah.
this is what I'm talking about. I'm
not gonna
the kind of
go
woman who's
stick
just
my
like
face in a toilet
stuff
bowl.
happens.
So if
and
he's
you don't do it
banging
on
you
purpose.
and he shits, you're okay
Like
with that?
that?
Yeah, worst case, if I love him and he's my husband or whatever, and he's
Legit.
banging me and he gets excited
That's
and he
action.
In the
shits,
face?
I laugh at him.
In the face.
It might be cheese, but I'm gonna laugh after.
No.
She's gonna smack him in
You
his
can't
head.
control it. No, honestly,
Not in my face.
those are uncontrollable shit though. But
That's
I mean,
why I'm
like-
saying
no, he can't control it.
That's
It
what-
happened. He's fucking you and he somehow it
I
happened.
like
I'll
that-
be pissed. I'll be
to
pissed.
support in the accidental environment. I'm a nurture. I'm saying, oh, sweetheart, it's okay. Like, don't feel bad. Like, we got to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Again.
Let's work around it. But if
What
it's
if it happens again?
And
We gonna have to go see a doctor.
We're not in that position. So
Oh, we go to something changed.
Clean up your bowels before
yeah,
you
but if it's a
go
fetish,
in.
I don't think I can agree. But yeah, clean. There's some drinks you
Yeah,
can have
fetishes,
before
No, but there's
surgery.
some weird
not playing with
fetishes
these
nowadays.
things.
You guys
At your
heard about the
fetish.
Dubai girls, right? You guys heard about
No, I didn't hear-
the
why am
guys
I
in
new to all
Dubai
this?
flying in girls from the
on
Western
their faces?
culture and shitting on their face for
What? Yeah.
No, hear me out. You get like 100K out of it.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
worth it.
That's actually
I've
true.
heard of that.
But
Listen, you
before
couldn't pay me $1 million for a shit on my face.
before we end
I'm
the
sorry.
I love you unconditionally first.
You know, yeah, you gotta be like my husband. It has to be an accident, and then maybe I'll take
Before
the
we
bread
end
for
the-
it.
Oh my god.
But yeah, you my.
So
Before
you
we
wouldn't
end
let
the
a oil
podcast-
cheek
No.
shit on your face for
No.
100K?
Before we end the
No.
podcast, what did you guys
Yeah.
think? Let's go here first.
I would never.
I honestly think, like, what do you think of the podcast?
Yeah, we're about to wrap up.
This was an amazing podcast. It's
Yeah.
definitely eye-opening. Conversations I probably
Very.
would not have with
Yeah.
my peers. So thank you for the opportunity.
How about you?
Good podcast. We'll be watching.
Loved it. Definitely like what you said. Things I would never talk about probably on a normal day to day. But I'm happy we did it.
Blumpkin.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to revisit some of these questions.
I want to know what your opinion is about the Blumpkin, guys.
Too close.
like,
too close to
Yeah,
the.
right.
I don't like anything that's like, number 1 and 2.
Like, don't eat
I
where you
don't
shit.
like. I don't.
Pee's okay.
Number one
Oh,
is-
she likes
Sometimes
golden
I have-
showers. She likes golden
No, but like,
showers.
sometimes you're in the shower and then shit
Some
happens,
a
and
lot
then
of girls
you
like golden showers.
A lot of girls like golden
Yeah.
showers.
Girls like
I
golden
mean,
A lot of
showers.
girls like golden showers.
Listen, I'm human. I've seen like
I've not
I've been
experienced-
Are you okay with a golden shower?
No, you're not pissing on me deliberately. But if we're in the shower and you gotta pee and you're turning around,
Like,
I
if he's
feel like-
lying and he's
Like-
like deliberately doing it by accident.
No, but like, what if that's a turn on for him? You wouldn't
Yeah.
let him pee on you?
Then go pay. Honestly, at that point, if my
Just hire an
husband,
escort?
because like at that point, I'm like everything else is okay.
We
this
haven't
is-
tried.
You know what I mean? Like
something you haven't
not
tried.
know
you're
like
good.
oh I just met you and you wanna like no we're not doing all
Golden
that.
shower with a Blumpkin.
Like bye.
Maybe for the
But
husband.
like the husband, if you have your weird fetishes, then I can't accommodate to you because as your wife, I should accommodate to all of
Just
your
number
fetishes,
1 and
right?
not
If
2.
I can't, we'll have an agreement where like
Okay.
you can get those golden showers out of your system. I'll swear it's not on me.
Fair enough.
Not on you. Okay.
But we will have that agreement and it's okay.
Anyways, guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe, Sims Reality. You guys can follow us on Instagram, everything. Take care, guys.
Follow the Ray Cartier.